Question number 4. This one's going to be interesting. What is faith, and if it is important, how do you keep from losing it in the face of tragedy? I've touched on this topic, I believe, at the previous symposium that we had here at UM Western. And this is perhaps a more loaded question than the previous ones, because we have a tendency in religions to minimize people's struggle with faith. We just tell them, oh, you got to believe, you got to believe, you got to believe. You don't lose God during this time of tragedy. I lost my mother when she was 54 and I was 29. The first person that would tell me, just have faith, just have faith, just have faith, I'd probably punch him in the face. Because faith is much more than just words. You can't just throw around words like, oh, you got to believe, you got to believe. That doesn't mean anything to people. And so, what does it mean to have faith? In Judaism, faith is a backup plan. I don't want to have faith. I want to know God. The Bible says in Deuteronomy, you shall know God and bring it to your heart and turn it to your heart. I want to know God. I want to see God. How do you see God? How do you know God? Go to Grand Canyon at Yellowstone. Go to Old Faithful. Go climb a mountaintop. Go experience some godly. Go be there when a baby's born. When you see these type of miracles happening in our world, although they may be enclosed in nature, there's no question that it's an act of God. And so when you see God, when you experience an act of God, you don't need to have faith, because you know Him. I don't have faith that you guys are listening to this video right now in Dillon, or watching this video here in Dillon. I know that if they play it, you're watching. That's not faith, that's knowledge. Faith is when there is no knowledge. Faith is when you look all around and you're looking for God. You want to experience God and you can't. He's concealed Himself from you. Whether it's on a big scale, like something like the Holocaust, or the terrible terror attacks that are now happening to the Jewish people in Israel, or on a smaller scale in your own life. You have financial loss, you have a tragedy of someone passing in your family at what you believe is an early age, an early passing, a child suffering in your experience, trouble with your own child, not with health necessarily, but with the fact that they're not behaving the way you ingrained in them to behave. When you don't see God, when you're searching and you can't find Him because He's playing hide and go seek with you, it's at those moments that Judaism obligates us to have faith, to know in our heart of hearts that even when we don't experience, He's there. It's the backup plan. When He promises in the Bible that certain things will happen if you behave a certain way, and then you behave the way you're supposed to, and the things don't happen, you say, hey God, where's the deal? I did my part, where's your part? That's where faith comes in. And when I struggled with loss, when I struggled with my mom's loss and other challenging situations that I experienced both in my family and with people in my community, I ask the questions. I demand of God, I want answers. I ask God what the heck He's thinking. What's He smoking? Why are good people suffering? Why are bad people prospering? Which is the question that really bothers us. I question away. Abraham questioned God. Moses questioned God. Jeremiah questioned God. Name your prophet, name your spiritual figurehead, they all question God. In the Old Testament, questioning God is the greatest testament to faith. People that don't believe in God don't question Him. Atheists don't ask where was God in the Holocaust because there is no God to ask that question about. People that are asking questions are people that have internal struggle. And we as religious leaders, and particularly as a Jewish religious leader, although I deal with people of all faiths, need to learn to appreciate what it really means when someone's questioning God. It's a testimony to their recognition and acknowledgement of God's existence.